Hello and welcome to the Bristly Stranger. We've got some more Minecraft. As you can see, we've been spreading the lawn and the vegetable patch is doing particularly well down there. I have been doing quite a few things off camera, so let's take the guided tour and have a look at all the different bits. So over here we've got our smelter. As you can see, it's got a lot taller. I actually found out that the drains can have a faucet on each side. So if it's on a corner, you can faucet out of both. So we've got the table at the end with the ingot cast, and then we've got 4 basins, so we can make 4 blocks at the same time. Got a hopper on the side, because you know how much I love hoppers, and that is basically auto-feeding stuff in, so we've got so much iron in there, it's unbelievable. I think today we're going to do a little bit with tools. We've still got some basic tools. We made a better hammer for smashing stuff, and a better pick. I say better, it's only stone. We're going to upgrade to iron, I think, just to show you how it's done. The other metals are lots better. I think cobalt is the level we want, but we'll come to that as and when. We've also put a safety fence up, and as you can see, the lava generator has been moved over to here. Can't remember whether I did that last time or not. We got rid of that silly contraption that was there. We're not going to make any more grout. It took forever to smelt individual bricks to make this stuff, but that's okay, it's done now. This is fairly big, we can get quite a lot in it. This building over here, this was where the cobblestone generator and the pulverizer was. Now you can just see it peeking through the wall there. We've actually got another pulverizer set up here with a double pulverizer. This is making sand. I think it's making dust as well. We'll have a look at that, but that all pipes down inside here. We've also got a new power network, which I'll also show you in a second. But that all pipes down to here, start shimmying it up, and we've got more chests down there because one double chest was just not really cutting it. In this mod pack there are much better storage options. We might look at that today. I've not really decided yet. Okay, sun's going down, perhaps have a rest in a minute. But over here we've moved the bonsai pots, and in the floor is a little chest that we dump the wood into. So we can just come over here, grab a stack of wood, drop it down to here, and this feeds into something else, which we'll look at in a second. I do want to automate this. We'll perhaps look at that today as well. I want the wood to automatically be pulled out and put into there, and the leaves and the fruit and whatever else, that needs to be piped into a barrel, and we'll automate dirt as well. But we'll get to that. This is downstairs in the new room, and as you can see, it's a blooming mess. So that's the chest with the wood in it, and it feeds into a redstone furnace. Now there was a quest to get this. So the wood with power automatically smelts into charcoal. Then the charcoal, via this magic horrible pipe system, is fed into our dynamos. We've got one here, we've got another one over there. Of course the steam dynamos don't work without water, and this new block here is an aqueous accumulator. We changed our water source slightly so we can still bucket stuff out, but with water on 3 sides, this pipes out water infinitely into our steam dynamos. I don't know if you've noticed, but every now and then there is a little bit of a hiss that comes from our pipes. That is when they're getting blocked. There is so much charcoal going through those pipes that we're not using it quicker than we're making it. These steam dynamos aren't very efficient, but they're doing the job at the minute. The red pipe that's going around is actually a wire for transferring power. And this looks so ugly and messy, I'm not sure it's going to last. Just out here on this ledge, I've got a plan to do another form of energy using tree oil. But seeing as the dynamos are doing the job at the minute, I'm not going to bother with that today. But one of the first things I wanted to look at today was smelting tools. I've already done some of the casts, but what we're going to do is make a cast for our pickaxe. So we take our ingot cast out, we just drop in the pickaxe head. We need gold, so we'll go back round to the smelter controller. At the minute we've got tons of iron in here, and we can't actually smelt up the last few bits of ore because there's not room. We need the gold to be at the bottom, so we'll go to the bottom with that. As long as it's on the bottom, it will come out first. So we go back round to the casting table. We know that gold is in the bottom, so that's going to come out first. We've got our pickaxe head on the casting table. We just pour the molten gold over it. It sets around it, creating a cast, and now we need to switch back to iron. So now we've switched back to iron. Let's pour some more blocks out while we're waiting. We need to get that moving. We just pour the iron into the cast. It takes 3 units, I think, to make a pickaxe, but that just automatically fills up as much as we need. As soon as it dries, or cools, or whatever you want to call it, yeah, there we go. We can take that out, and then we move back over to the bench. The tool forge, we go in, we find our pick, we put it in the middle, we can upgrade it with the iron pickaxe, just put that in there, and there we go. Starter's pick is now iron. Another thing I wanted to show you, but I forgot to get any lapis, we can put our tool in, and we can actually upgrade it with a modifier. I think this goes, yeah, in there. And this actually gives us look. It upgrades the pickaxe slightly. It's got a little blue pommel on the end. Now look is only better when we're mining, and obviously being on a sky block, we're not going to be mining that much. It will come in when we go to the Nether or the Twilight Forest. At the minute we've got a mining speed of 6. It says mining level diamond. I'm not sure if that's right or not. It isn't actually the highest. Cobalt's the highest, as far as I'm aware anyway. So we do need to upgrade this a little bit further. But for now I'm going to go ahead, make the rest of my tools. We'll stop using these rubbish choddy stone tools, and then I'll come back when it's done. Just back in the quest book you can see that we've got one flashing blue. That is the iron furnace. When I was toying with upgrading our power system, I thought maybe the iron furnace would cut it. But of course we have got to fuel that, so it was a little bit more complicated piping stuff around. The redstone furnace, however, it only needs power coming in, and as a byproduct, the charcoal it produces is making that power. In this chain though, we've got a few other furnaces. We've got a gold one, a diamond one, and an emerald one that we can easily make. We've got quite a lot of them now. And there is an upgrade package. I don't think we're going to worry about that just yet. When we get to the final red furnace, I think we'll do the upgrades then. That one can be super fast, it can double ores, it can be really useful in the automation process. There is also the cobblestone generator path. I think we can also do that one fairly easily. So I'm going to quickly go through those. We'll get as far as we can. I think also that diamond mesh, that's flashing as well. We should be able to do that. If we add that into the system, it'll improve it. In fact, let's start with that. Back in the crafting station, you can see we've got a few different things built up in our chest. The 64 pipe thing, they are transfer pipes. I think we're going to use those in a bit to make transfer nodes to sort out the dirt production and automating the wood going into the redstone furnace. But for now, let's concentrate on the diamond mesh. So we start off, we've still got some string mesh in here, so put one of those in. First of all, we have to put the flint around it, and that turns it into the flint mesh. Yep, easily done. We've got loads of iron, so we'll do the same, and that gives us an iron mesh. And finally, I'm assuming we just do the same with diamonds. Yeah, there we go, diamond stiffened mesh. And there we go, quest complete, diamond mesh. I've actually made another sieve as well. We'll go and add this to the existing sifter. So we can just add this to the existing sifter. We put this on the side, we'll jump up, we'll drop our diamond mesh just there. That should get better drop results on rarer things. Hopefully we're getting some redstone now, because that is going to be the choke point otherwise. We've borrowed one of the cobblestone generators. Let's coat it in iron. Yeah, that's the tier 2. I should imagine the next one is just gold. So we had to come out to make sure that the quest completed. As you can see, the next level is diamond. But do you know what? I don't think I'm ready to use 8 of our 10 diamond up on a cobblestone generator that we don't really need. It's going to be the same problem with the iron furnace. We can upgrade it to gold, but the next level's diamond. That's going to use up 8 of our diamond. Yeah, we'll do that when we've got a few more diamonds. There we go, we did do the gold furnace. I think the next thing we're going to do is make the transfer pipes. We have got some transfer pipes, it's transfer nodes that I need. So I'm going to go to the crafting recipe and we'll have a look at how they're made and we'll try and install them. So to make 4 of them, as you can see, we just need a bit of stone, some redstone and the transfer pipe. I think we've got all of those ingredients. Let's just hit the plus and see. Yep, there we go, 4 of them. Now like I say, I'm not entirely sure how to use these, so what we're going to do, we'll put one on the side of here. Yeah, that seems to work. Then we need our pipes. Where are they? Back in the chest, back in a minute. Okay, take 2. We'll put another one over here. Then we just attach the pipes somehow. There we go. Into here. We'll perhaps put another transfer on there. Yeah, there we go. That is connected. So we somehow need to look at these. At the minute, wood. Transfer is wood. Is that okay? So one thing I did forget. We need a filter. And to make a filter, it's fairly easy. We just need redstone, sticks and string. Make one of them. Do you know what? We'll make a few more, but we'll head back. So how the filter works. We right click with it in our hand. We can have a white list, black list or whatever. What we want, we only want wood to come through here. So we put a piece of wood into the filter. Then we click on the node and we can put the filter down here. We don't want 2 in there though. That should mean that only wood comes through here now. I'll just take that out. Yeah, that seems to be working. I'll set the other one up and we'll check the chest to make sure it's not got other junk in it. Okay, so we're looking at the chest at the bottom now. As you can see, only wood is coming through. It did have a little bit of junk from our previous experiments, but we'll go and put that back in the top. So the next thing we're going to want to do here is use the transfer nodes to suck out the leaves, the fruit and the saplings and automatically put them into our barrel. We are going to need some hoppers and another chest. This room's going to look disgusting, so I think we're going to wall off this entire thing so we never have to look at it again. But before we do that, let's go and get the bits we need. We have got a horrendous pipe system set up, but of course I forgot to put the filters on. We only want oak saplings, so yeah, they're in. We want leaves, yeah, they're in. And we want apples. And we don't want the sticks, so we're going to have to think about what we're doing with the sticks. We're going to have to figure out a way of getting rid of them. We could have used them in the charcoal thing, used them as fuel, used the wood to turn to charcoal, then nothing would be wasted. But if we leave it as it is, we're going to have a glut of sticks that just clog the system. So now we've got that in, as you can see the sticks have already started going through. We can take them out though, and this should start filling up, yes, with the things we want. So underneath that we need to put our barrel. Click. No, that's in the wrong place. In fact, it looks like this hopper's completely in the wrong place. I'm going to have a reorientation. I'll come back when I've sorted it. So there we go. Everything's pointing in the right direction now. Up here, yeah, we're getting things coming into the hopper now. If we jump up here, we can see that stuff is starting to fill up. Lovely. And in here, it will hopper straight out. Nothing in there at the minute. Some stuff left over. We'll take that out. But dirt is going in. We can just drop this back into the top of the system, and it will make dirt for us. Lovely jubbly. Okay, so we've made it back. The transfer pipes do seem to get things working now. We're going to have to condense all this down sooner or later though. We are getting redstone, but I don't think we're getting enough. We're going to have to stick another pulverizer up there to make dust for the system. But that is something I'll do off camera. One thing I was thinking about doing next was going to the Nether and seeing if we can get some new bits and pieces from there. Before we do that, I think we're going to need armour. But as you can see, I put the armour recipe in for iron breastplate. It doesn't work. If we head to the book, there is a whole plethora of armours. Before we can do any of them, we have to look at this first one, and it's a special workbench for making armour. I've never seen this before. I think we're just going to have to type workbench into too many items and see if we can find the correct one. It's this blue looking one. So here we go in the workbench. At the top there's the correct recipe. We'll click on that. We need lapis, we need blocks of charcoal, and we need a standard workbench. Well, we're manufacturing tons of charcoal. A few blocks isn't going to slow us down. Let's make one of these. I'll go and get the charcoal and we'll come back. So there we go, the recipe for charcoal block. Just 9 charcoal, easily made. We've got 4 of them now. Go back to the recipe. Just need a little bit blue dye, lapis. We need a crafting table. Oh no, what are we going to do? Yeah, crafting table, easy enough to make if I don't spoon up the recipe. There we go. Pop that down and bam. Yep, workbench. So workbench is complete. We can now make armour. I'll stick this down here for now. And judging from the quest book, it looks like we've got to go round in order. The first one, leather armour, I'm going to make a full set. Now we haven't got any cows. I wonder if there's another way of getting leather. So one of the recipes for making leather is this woven cloth, and to make that we just need a couple of pieces of string. We can easily do that. So we can make a fair bit. I think we're going to run out of string though. I'll see if we can make enough, and if not, we'll have to go back to growing trees. So here we are back on the lawn. We only managed to get 18 leather from all of our string. But luckily we've got some more saplings, and more importantly the silkworms. I'm going to start some of these growing. We'll get some more string that way. Okay, while we were waiting, we'll just extend out our platform a little bit. We do need lots more string. We also need those animals. It would be much easier to breed animals and get leather and other things we need that way. But for now, let's just wait for our trees to spread and get the string afterwards. Unfortunately, the only way I know of getting string reliably is by hitting the infested leaves with a crook. This does take a while, but it is going to get us a fair bit. There is that vein miner mod. I'm not entirely sure how it works though. If you know, leave us a comment, let me know how it works. Help me to avoid this terrible thing again. So time consuming, but we'll come back once I've got it all. Our little adventure in string got us 3.5 stacks of string. Excellent stuff. We only need 6 more leather, and it takes 7 of the woven cloth to make 3 leather. So we need 14 in total. I don't want to waste the string unless we have to. I'm going to make the woven cloth, and then we'll have our 24 leather that we need for the armour. So here we go, back to the workbench. I'm going to assume that the recipes are the same. Just put 5 in for a helmet. Yes, they are the same. I'm going to make a full set of leather armour, and then we'll move on to the next recipe. So leather armour, easy enough to complete. The next one is coal. Coal helmet? Wow, I've never heard of this before. Let's have a look at the recipe. So we do have to use them in order, because we have to use the previous item to make the new one. This is pretty expensive. I'm hoping we can use charcoal. If not, we'll have to rely on coal. We have got a little bit saved up. I'm going to get the bits we need and we'll come back. So there we go, we've got 24 blocks of coal. I think we just do the recipes in the same way. But yeah, there we go, with the helm in the middle. We'll do the same with the others, and we'll have a look at which one is next. So same with copper. We've got the ingots, we just put it round. Bit of a waste of copper, but we've got to move through. We'll carry on and then we'll look at the next one. So the next one, it's tin. Tin armour doesn't sound very good. We have got to make them all though. I'll put that in the wrong place, there we go. I'll come back and we'll see what the next one is. So the next armour is electrum. I'm not entirely sure how to make that. Let's have a look in the recipe book. So electrum is an alloy. It needs equal parts of gold and silver. We've got plenty of that. Let's go and make some. So we've made our chunks of silver, but we've made too many. We only need 24 alurium. So we're only going to need 12 silver, because it doubles up within the furnace. There we go, we've got our 12 in there. Now do you know what? I've just remembered, it doubles up, but of course we're going to make double quantities, because it blends with the gold. So we're actually going to end up with 48 alurium. There we go, the gold's slowly disappearing as it's blending in with the silver. And alurium, it's getting bigger. We've got enough for a block. I'm going to start piping this stuff out. Of course, a couple of blocks is only going to be 18. We do need to wait for a third. I'll just double check before I start it running. Yeah, we've got loads. I'll wait for this to cool down and then we'll take it back over to the armour bench. So we're back at the workbench. I actually got another quest for getting alurium as well. So that's 2 quests sorted. We're going to make the armour. We did end up with 48. That's fine though. It's more than enough. There'll be a bit left over in case we need it for anything else. After alurium we had silver. After silver was aluminium or aluminum, depending on where you're from. And the next one after that is void crystal armour. Now I have never heard of this stuff. I've got no clue what we need to make it. Let's have a look at the recipe book. So looking at the recipe, we need an atomic reconstructor before we can make void crystals. It makes them from coal. We do need more information. Let's have a click on the book to see what it says. So the information gives us the recipe and a little bit of blurb about how to use it. The only thing that looks complicated is the iron casing. We'll have to have a look at how to make that. Oh, it tells us. we need some black quartz. We haven't got any black quartz. How do we make that? So the book tells us that black quartz is generated in the world. Of course, we're on a sky block. There must be another way of getting it. We'll have a look in Too Many Items. After ploughing through the recipe book, to get black quartz we need smoky quartz. To get smoky quartz we need nether quartz. I don't think we've got any choice now. We're going to have to build a nether portal and head to the nether. I think that's going to be a job for next time though. We're going to have to build a new platform. I don't want the nether portal anywhere close to where we are. I hate the noise of it. And just in case anything goes wrong, we don't want things coming through it into the middle of our base. So like I say, we'll save the nether portal for next time. We need a few different bits and pieces before we start it. But we're going to build the platform out next to the smelter. We'll have it in the other direction. Hopefully that'll gain us a bit of distance, maybe to spawn those animals. But for now, I think that is a good place to leave it. So if you have enjoyed the episode, drop us a comment or leave us a like if you feel like it. I hope you're enjoying it. It is slowing down a bit. Hopefully when we get to the nether, it will spice things up a bit. But I've been the Bristly Stranger. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.